Hello everybody, it's Adrian for WapCar.my and I'm all about the details. I'm sure some of you like me grew up watching animes like Initial D, movies like Tokyo Drift, and all the drift scenes in those shows just makes you on the edge of your seat, just makes you so happy and adrenaline pumping. But the question is, how does one initiate a drift? So today we have the entire parking lot to ourselves and teach you how to drift.
So there's three modules to drifting that I'm going to share today. First is to initiate, second to sustain the drift, third is to switch. And the Supra, of course, very easy to drift, 340 horsepower, 500 Newton meters of torque. It's an 8-speed torque converter though, so no clutch, not a manual, but it's alright. Right? So before we even get started, before I even mash the throttle, we got to do a few things. For example, switching off this annoying start-stop function. And then I'm going to deactivate the traction and stability control. So press this off button for 3 seconds. Your dash will show VSC off. And then I'm going to put everything in very aggressive settings in the sport mode. So everything is in its most aggressive setting except for the steering, because I don't want to wrestle with a heavy steering while drifting. Then put it to drive, manual mode. We're good to go. Okay, part one of the drift. So basically you learn how to initiate. So eyes, look where you want to go. Steering, very important. And then once you feel the tail stepping out, you counter steer and bring the car back in line. So for example, you overdo it, counter steer and catch back the car. Once the car's straightened up, you can stop the car, right? That's step one. So how to initiate? Give it a boot full. When the tail comes out, you see I counter steer, bring the car back straightened, then I straighten the steering wheel, the car is straight again, all's well. Now, step two. Part two is to sustain the drift. So what do? Same thing, you give it a boot full, initiate, then when the tail comes out, you stay on the throttle, make adjustments to the steering, and then just keep the car in a circular motion. Look where you want to go, look where you want to go, and then you finish off by straightening the car. There we go.
Okay, so now we move on to part 3, which is the transitioning. Alright, so you mastered how to initiate the drift and then maintaining the drift. Now we move on to the transition. So basically you move from right to left or left to right. Okay, the simplest way to explain transitioning is you are shifting the weight of the car to the back, let it grip a little bit, and then your car will rotate to the other side, and that's why you power again and repeat the same process of maintaining the drift. Okay, I'm going to show you how it's done. Wash my hands and hear the throttle. Okay, here we go. We have a set of 8 cones here. Now I'm going to initiate the drift with power. Alright, throttle, maintain. Alright, now switch, lift off a bit, transfer. Alright, so you can see, lift off, throttle. Yep, this is how you do it. Alright, and then as you can see, you have to feed a lot of power in order to sustain the drift, even while transferring. Alright, and that's how it is done.
Okay, so now we move on to part 4 of the drift. So basically you learn how to initiate. So eyes, look where you want to go. Steering, very important. And then once you feel the tail stepping out, you counter steer and bring the car back in line. So for example, you overdo it, counter steer and catch back the car. Once the car is straightened up, you straighten the steering wheel, the car is straight again, all's well.
Okay,
Well, it would seem that Adrian's missing somewhere, probably inhaled too much tire smoke.
I'll be fine, don't worry about it lah.
We'll go find him later.
Yeah.
But we gotta conclude. Zamil, what do you think of this GR Supra?
As a drifter, I really love the handling, the balance and the power of the car. Some people say the power is too low because you know it's not GTR level, but for me it's perfectly balanced.
I agree with you. Not only does it drive well, that much we know already, this is a perfect GT car as well. I spent a few days with it and I was astounded by its refinement. Yeah, so being a BMW, it has that level of refinement, mates it to the fact that it drives very well. Like every modern Toyota, it has that finesse, right? And yes, believe it, Toyota makes good driving cars now, and this is a perfect example. If you didn't know, the same guy who engineered the GT86 was also in charge of the GR Supra project. His name is Tetsuya Tada, and if I could kiss you, I would.
I would too, man.
We would.
Yeah, man.
Right? So, in conclusion, Toyota has built a wonderful, wonderful car in this GR Supra. It's refined, it drives fantastic, and ladies and gentlemen, this will be a future classic one day. Mark my words.
It's a BMW.
No. This is the kind of car that BMW wish they could do.
Whoa, okay. I hear you, but let's be fair. Without BMW, the GR Supra would not exist today.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Download the official WapCar app on Google Play Store now for all your latest news, reviews and comparisons to help you find your next perfect car. See you there!